Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and this one's located on the south spawn of Cliff under the command of Bill Laggin. Now, Bill absolutely adores this Arty, and I understand that feeling because I really enjoy my M44. It's one of the best credit earners in the game. Well, it's probably the best non-premium credit earner of all, because you can earn a huge amount of credits because it's so good at doing damage. Game started. Now I think you can see that Bill Laggin's got one mark of excellence on the barrel, but it won't be long before he has two if he carries on like this, because this game he really does show us what the M44 can do. He's got Captain America on the side of his vehicle and he's aiming straight for the hill, and that's what I always do as well. First time you enter on south spawn or north spawn of this game, aim for the hill, and if you see the enemy tanks trying to go up the hill, make their life absolute misery by taking them out. Round out. Oh, now the T-52 decided to stop at the hill, and that means that Bill fired his round in, but unfortunately the T-52 didn't carry on. But he is carrying on now, and Bill's loaded. Rounds out. Oh, it hit the rock face instead. That he really got trolled by RNG there. He was aiming specifically for the path, and instead the T-52's now made it up on top of the hill, and that's going to make it doubly difficult to try and take him out now. Tanks on top of the hill only tend to stay up there and peak for a few seconds, and then they pull back. So if you're trying to aim at a tank that's on top of the hill, you might have to be focused on them when you should be focused on enemy tanks down below. Well, we've got a Cromwell. Rounds out. Should hit. It does. 198 hit points off that Cromwell. It can really make enemy tanks back away under the withering fire you get from an M44. It's not the one-shot machine that certain streamers claim it to be. You don't get one shot after these vehicles, but it is very effective. You do a huge amount of damage on the enemy. You're not guaranteed to hit the target every time. And you see there, he fired at that poodle and instead he hit the rock face instead. It was accurately on the poodle, but the shell never arrived on the target. He's loaded again, rounds out again. This time it might be better. It is, but it only stuns the poodle. The poodle had pulled back enough that he didn't get it. But we've got two tanks coming up the east side of the map. Say the southeast corner. T-71 CMCD, which is the single shot version of the T-71. And an SU-100M1 who took that shell right in the side of the vehicle, and now he's been killed. So he picked up all the stun assist as well. I'm trying to get a shot on that T-71. It's a difficult shot, but I think he can do it. Rounds out, and it splashes him for 159. I think that's going to convince him that he can't stay in that position for very much longer. The Hellcat behind that house. We've lost sight of the T-71, but he's still there. Just dining in. Ready. Round out. Direct hit. 227. Beautiful shooting there. RNG was definitely on his side with that one. Reload's going through. Almost ready. And rounds out. And it splashes him again for 170. He won't take more than one shot now to kill. Even a near miss would probably be enough to take him out of the game. The E-25's going over to get the kill shot. We're going to hold fire. Let the E-25 do his job. Oh, the E-25 almost went over. And he's taken fire. And it looks like our Cromwell got the kill shot. There's a T-52. He's now hanging over the edge to shoot at our E-25. We fire a round in and kill shot. He stayed there too long, and this time he paid for it. 264 hit points. Still trying to get that Cromwell. ironic that it was that very T-52, the first one he fired at, he eventually did manage to get as his first kill. Now, obviously, there's very likely to be an enemy tank hiding behind that rock to prevent Arty from moving up the west side. And yes, there was, and he got another kill, a blind kill on a KV-2 sitting there. And so he splashed him to death. Beautiful shooting again. It's skills like that, being able to know or anticipate where the enemy might be, place a shell in there to hit the enemy and do huge amounts of damage to them. That's what makes a really good Arty player. You work out where the enemy will be hiding and you plonk a shell in there, and it's just so funny when you hit the enemy tank. Round out on the OI. Oh, so close to killing him. The shell went long. But he's definitely a splash kill now. And we spotted that IS in the rear. We're dialing in. Rounds out. Well, it landed behind him. So RNG said no, it went long. Again, this is Wargaming, nerfing Arty by making the shells go far away from where they're supposed to go. There's an Arty there at that spot. Rounds out. Saw the tracer. Well, that Arty's very definitely suffering now. If he is there, I think he actually may have moved position just in time to avoid the worst of that shell. Cromwell up on the hill. Lining up a shot, work out where he's going, and he's coming down the hill. Slowly, rounds out. This should be near. It is right up his arse. That was a 155mm enema. Trying to get another shot on him. That's it, rounds out. This should be... Yes, he got the kill. Third kill. And they found the Su-100Y M1. It's one of the last two enemies alive on the enemy team. This tank destroyer and the E-25 cockroach. Direct hit. 514 hit points. That's a huge amount of damage. The Su-100 didn't like that and immediately pulled back. Now he's trying to get into cover from our teammates in the AMX 1375 and the 45 TP, but that makes sure that... oh my god, he got a bounce! It bounced off the hull, but it did stun him. It does happen every now and then. We get trolled by... Well, every now and then, all the time we get trolled by Wargaming. We fire an HE round at the tank and it bounces off. Would you believe it? Fires at the E-25 and no, just stuns him. It landed far enough behind him that it didn't kill him or splash him. We're lining him up for the next shot, but we don't need to worry because the KV-2 derped him, and that means there's just this Su-100Y M1, and he's somewhere in the vicinity. We fired at the bushes there. No, there he is. He's actually gone low. Came down the cliff edge, but he's a splash kill. Getting ready to shoot. Oh, and he's killed just before our shell goes out. Kill goes to the KV-2 in the end. But that was a really good game. And a lovely blind kill on that KV-2. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Bill Laggin in the M44. He picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A High Caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle. And a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. Yeah, look at the win rate for this one, 6,913. So super unicum and some extra on top. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go, top of the table, 2,720 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was, in fact, the KV-2 with 1,584. And after that came the Su-100 M1. He managed to get 1,418. When it came to kills, it was still Bill Laggin with 3 kills. The rest of them had either 2 kills or 1 kill or nothing. And when it came to base XP, he got 1,228. That's an emphatic ace tanker and means he's got the top in all 3 columns. Next high score was KV2, 776 for him, and then came the Cromwell with 752, and he managed to pick up a Leather Slayers medal. The T52 got a Confederate as well, and the SU-100M1 got a cool headed. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 21 shots in that game. He got 8 direct hits and 7 penetrations. He did damage of 2,720 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy and killed 3, and that's why he got the difference, which meant that he earned the Confederate. And he also did stun assistance of 777 hit points of 15 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 53,447 credits, and after ammunition resupply and consumables, he actually took away 22,842 credits. He picked up 5 bonds for getting the Gore's medal, the High Caliber, and the Confederate, and he also earned 1,842 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. But it certainly worked out very well for him, and he said, "This is why I love this little artillery," and you should love it, because the M44 gives back as much as you give it, and it's just so much fun. I have binge played this Arty on regular occasions, and you get phenomenally high win rates because you can do so much damage to the enemy during a game. In fact, I'm sure that the M44 is a game changer. I've been in many games where there are 3 M44s on either side, and they are exchanging rounds not only with enemy tanks, but also counter-battering each other, trying to take themselves out the game, or take their opposite numbers out the game. And it's very good fun, this tank. So if you can, get your M44 because you won't regret it. It's a really good credit earner. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.